Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today I am recording a video and I am going to teach you about Scratch programming. I am going to talk about some basic things about Scratch programming. So let me start. Scratch is an open source simulation presented by me. My name is K. Sarvesh and I am studying in Indian School Noida 5E section, Sultanate of Oman. Before I teach you about Scratch, we need to know about how to go into Scratch. So we are going to learn about online Scratch, not offline. And this is the online access link to it. You can type this link in any web browser and it will come. And I am going to teach you about Scratch programming. We both are going to learn about Scratch programming, and I am going to do that by using my CBSE syllabus class 5 computer book chapter 4 Scratch programming book. Let us start. Scratch Imagine Program Share. You can explore in Scratch. You can explore about many items that you don't know yet. You can do starter projects. You can search for new items or anything else. It's also required for parents. It's not only for children but for parents. Scratch project editor is also there. It's also for educators. You can make fast spaced games. You can complete your registration and you can get some ideas from tutorials. Scratch is a high-level block-based visual programming language and website targeted primarily at children 8 to 16 as an education tool for coding. That means children 8 to 16 can educationally have a tool for coding. Users of the site can create projects on the web using a block-like interface. The service is developed by the MIT Media Lab, has been translated into 70 plus languages and is used in most parts of the world. Scratch is taught and used in after-school centers, schools and colleges as well as other public knowledge institutions. As of May 2021, community statistics on the language's official website show more than 79 million projects shared by over 72 million users and almost 38 million monthly websites. Programming blocks. These are the important ones. So this is the category. In the category there is a lot of things. The motion category has blocks. Every category has blocks which helps you make your own design or anything or game like that. Motion. The notes for motion is movements of sprites like angles and positions. You can move the movement of sprite like angle and position. Looks. You can control the visuals of the sprite. You can make the looks of the sprite change, like you can make the sprite run, sing, swim or anything else. Sound. Plays audio files and effects. Events. Event handlers control conditionals and loops, etc. Sensing. Sprites can interact with the surroundings. Operators. Mathematical operators, comparisons and variables. Variable and lists of usage and assignment. My blocks allows defining functions which have no return value. Extensions explained below. Scratch 2.0 category and notes. Let's see. These and these are same net except for these two. Pen. Draw on the canvas. Data. Variables and arrays. Let's go to the next one. The Scratch interface is divided into three main sections. A stage area, block palette and a coding area. To place and arrange blocks into scripts that can be run by pressing the green flag or clicking on the code itself. Users may also create their own code blocks and they will appear in My Blocks. This is the screen which you get once you go into the link, online Scratch programming link. But before this there will be an section 2. I have already typed the link and went in. So this is what you will be able to see. Now all these, the category, the blocks are in a set named code. In code, there is motion, looks, sound and others I have already told you. Let me explain to you a few fuses that are in online Scratch. This is code. In code, there is a category and in each category there are different types of blocks according to the category. This is costumes. When you click on costumes, you can make a sprite, you can delete a sprite or do anything else. Like you can delete this sprite, which is over here, and this sprite's next costume is this. This sprite has two costumes, and not only one sprite has. Every sprite has two costumes. Each sprite has a variety of costumes. You can fill. This is the mouse select. You can select, or you can reshape. You can use the brush to paint. You can use the eraser. You can fill. You can use test. You can use circle. You can draw a line. You can draw a circle. You can draw a rectangle or anything else. You can copy and paste something from a web browser, a picture. You can group pictures and you can ungroup pictures. You can go forward and backward. You can go front and back, forward, backward, front, back. That it allows you to see what's behind it. You can delete. You can flip it horizontal, like it's flipped horizontal. You can flip it vertical, and you can change the outline color of it, and you can fill it. You have to click here, and you have to click, and you can fill. This is saturation, color, brightness. Let's go on to the next one, and you can also convert it to bitmap. You can change the size of it, but that doesn't include here. Now let's go to next one, sounds. And here you can make a sound or pick and sound. Now there's a sound already here as default. It is called meow. It's for 85 and the seconds. I hope you can hear it. You can make it even faster, even slower. You can make it louder. You can make it softer. You can mute it. You can fade in or fade out, reverse or robot. You can copy or paste any voice. You can copy to new. You can delete. You can change the name of the voice. Now here you can see, you can choose a sound. You can search and choose any sound. Sorry, I did some mistake. Now, says you can also hear the song. You can also hear the sound before you choose it, cause sometimes you choose a sound and you don't know if it is like what you want. There's also animal sounds, effects, and others. And here you can see, you can choose a sound. We have done that. You can record a sound. Click. If you click this, you can record. Don't click it. This be here and you will get these. This is the surprise button. You can upload and sound. Alright. Next is file. You can make a new one. You can load from your computer or save from your computer. And here you can see tutorials. So for starters, you can go to tutorials and learn about objects. If you want to get things started, you can animate a name. It tells you about what you can do. And other things, games, stories. Now, you can see this flag button. This is a go button, a stop button. I will tell about that later. Now let's get into this. Now let's just drag a block. We have dragged a block in motion. It's called move 10 steps. This block, if you click it, the sprite moves 10 steps. It is very low, but it moves 10 steps. And you can change the size of this block by clicking here. I make it smaller or equal. Equal means it will put it in the middle. And you can make the sprite you can be able to see the sprite or not. So you can change the name of the sprite. You can delete the sprite. You can change the size of the sprite by typing its number, and you can change the x and y of its size by typing number, and you can change this direction by typing the number. And backdrops. You click here. This is backdrop. In looks, you can switch backdrop. That we will see later. Now, as you can see, there's a choose a sprite button. Above it, there's a choose a sprite. You click, you can choose any other sprite, like bananas, balloon van. Choose one and you get it. But where's the block which I put here? Well, it's here. The block is into this sprite. In the balloon van, I didn't put any command. Alright, let's delete this one. Then you can paint a sprite in costumes. You can paint a sprite. I already told you about that. You can make a surprise. You can upload a sprite. And you can choose a backdrop. You can paint a backdrop. You can make a surprise. You can upload a backdrop. So you can choose a backdrop. Arctic, baseball van, baseball 2. It takes time to load. There's fantasy, music. You can search. You can also paint a new backdrop if you want. It's all the same. Alright, now let me get into teaching. Introduction to Scratch. Scratch is a simple, fun-based visual programming language designed by the lifelong kindergarten learning group at MIT to introduce some basic programming concepts in an interactive manner. It's a fun-based visual programming language designed by the lifelong kindergarten learning group at MIT. So you can learn some basic programming concepts in the interactive manner. Scratch is not like other programming languages that require you to learn tests, commands and strict rules about how you can use them. So you can this language is fairly easy for anyone to learn with fun. All commands on screen, so you can just drag and drop them. It enables you to quickly see the results of your work and even include graphics and sounds. All commands are on screen, so you can just drag and drop them. Like this command, this block, you can drag and drop it and it turns clockwise. You can even click it from here, anti-clockwise and clockwise. Next, all commands are on screens. It enables you to quickly see results of your work and even include graphics and sounds. That means you can even make a sprite that looks like real life sprite, a real life human, like that. Next, let's go into sprites. Scratch projects are made up of objects called sprites. You can change how a sprite looks like by giving it a different costume. You can make a sprite look like a person or a train or a butterfly or anything else. You can use any image as a sprite. You can draw an image in the paint editor, import an image from a hard disk, and I have already said that to you. Let's move to the scripts. You can give instructions to a sprite telling it to move or play music or react to other sprites. You can give it instructions by, if you want it to move, go to a random position, drag and drop the block and it will go to a random position. Anywhere it will go. To tell the sprite what to do, you snap together the blocks into stacks called scripts program. Like now, drag move 10 steps block and drag turn 15 degrees block and snap them together. You got it. Again move 10 steps and let's see what happens. Now that is what happens. It moves 10 steps, turns clockwise 15 degrees and moves 10 steps again. You can delete it by dragging and dropping it over there. Scripts are created by snapping blocks together. Each block represents a different command or action that tells the application how to execute. When you execute or run a script, Scratch runs the blocks from the top of the script to the bottom. Working with blocks. Motion blocks. These blocks control sprite placement, direction, rotation and movement. Click the motion button to show the motion blocks in the blocks palette. When you first start Scratch, motion button is selected by default. In the blocks palette, click the move 10 steps block. Alright, let's do everything. So click the motion button to show the motion blocks in the blocks palette. When you first start Scratch, motion button is selected by default. You can see. First, that is the first step. Second step. In the blocks palette, click the move 10 steps block. Wait. Let me go to file and click new. Alright. Now Click the move 10 steps block and the sprite moves. I go into file and click the new and everything reset. The cat on the stage moves in the direction of its face. Each time you click the block, the cat moves once. Click on the number 10 and change it to 50. Click and change it to 50. Now you can see it's moving very faster than before. Step 3. Click on the step 3. Continuous. The number determines how far across the screen you want the cat to move. Click the block and the cat moves. Step 4. Click the block and the cat moves 5 times as far. You can see that. The fifth step. Click on the 10 clockwise 15 degrees block. The cat will rotate 15 degrees clockwise. To change the angle of the turn, change the number of degrees and then click the block to make the cat turn. Then let's change it to 50 again. Now let's see. You can see it's rotating very speedily. To change the angle of the turn, change the number of degrees and then click the block to make the cat turn. Sixth step. Now click on move 50 steps block. The cat walks in its new direction. Alright. If the cat gets to the edge of the stage, drag it back again with the mouse pointer. Now it's in the edge of the stage. You can drag it back with the mouse pointer. Pen blocks. These blocks can be used to draw shapes using different colors and pen sizes. Click the pen button. I'm sorry, not that one. Looks blocks. These blocks change the sprite and background appearance. Click the looks button to show the looks blocks. Click on next costume block right over here. Then the next costume of the sprite is running. As you can see, click. It will make the cat's legs move as if it is running on the spot. Costumes are just different pictures a sprite can have. The cat has 2 costumes that shows its legs in different positions. Now that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye. See you guys in the next video.